Hi everyone, my name is Pamela for the ones that don't know me, and before I start with the video I would like to invite you to click on the links that are below. And these are my publications that I did at the beginning of a year, and these are my books that are especially for my Spanish speaker viewers. And no further say, I would like to start with the video today that it is how to master your emotions. And like everything, it's an exercise. You're not going to be able, for example, to be fit if you don't actually work out and eat very well. You won't be a master chess player if you don't practice, if you don't study. So as well as the emotions, there is plenty of information out there, and I'm not the only one who has talked about it. But nothing is going to come out of that when you actually put into practice whatever you're learning from this. And the first thing that we need to understand, why is this so important? To control our emotions, because that would allow you just to make better decisions. And by making better decisions, then you're going to have a more organized life, and I think that's not a secret for anyone. So somebody who's able to control themselves is able just to have power over their life, and that's something that we are all looking for. So what is the first thing that I consider it's really necessary to do in order for you to master your emotions? And the first thing is to identify them, not suppress them, because there are many people that suppress them. It's like, oh, I deny the emotion, they don't acknowledge it, and that's even worse. What you need to do is just to wonder, what is it that I'm feeling? Why am I feeling like this? To acknowledge that you're actually feeling something, and not seeing it as something positive and negative, but it's like a messenger that it's right there. You're feeling something and it's a big deal, but what are you gonna do about it? So it's very blended with meditation, that it's also one of the things that I think is necessary in order for you just to master your emotions. Why it is so necessary? Because at the moment you make the question, why am I feeling this? You take a deep breath, and that's when you just start, having more conscious about what is it that you're thinking and what is it that you're going to do about it. So that's why it's so important not only identify your emotions, but to meditate on them. And meditation, I don't mean that you just need to be sitting like in a lotus position and just do like this. No, but breathing, it's really important. Breathing is also meditating. And you can be maybe walking on the street, but if you take a deep breath, yes, you are meditating. And I know it's really easy when you're angry just to, get carried away for that feeling. But when you start, breathing, that's when you're going to stop into yourself and you're going to think, okay, what am I going to do with this? Why am I feeling like this? I am feeling angry, but what am I going to do about that? How am I going to express it? So that leads me to the next one, that is like, take some time alone. If you feel like you have really strong emotions, but then it takes more time for you to actually feel like you can calm down and talk about it with the person that perhaps was the one who was causing those emotions. Although, it's not necessarily that the other person is more like you, how you reacted towards that. But I know that sometimes we're surrounded by people that know how to push our buttons, and you know what I'm talking about. But, it's more like for you just to have control over yourself. That's a big superpower. So, taking some time alone will make you think about the things, straight, and, make you find the perfect way for you just to communicate with the other person, or for you just to respond to any situation. And if you haven't watched my video of the response and the reaction, I just recommend you to watch it. Then you have it. And that's the most important thing. Just taking your time to think about it. And the next one that I do recommend, and many people perhaps think that it's so silly, but it's just to have a journal where you can write about your feelings, how you feel about it, and just put everything out there in the writing. And I know it might be kind of like, oh, it's annoying, I don't like to write. Maybe you can just send a voice message to yourself and talk about whatever you feel and let it out. But have it that, into a folder, but then you can just check it and listen to yourself and maybe read about how you felt at that moment. That would just make you see like how I acted in that way when I was angry. I was thinking those things, but I didn't act on it. And then you just start analyzing, oh, but this was the situation, or this was the person that made me feel like that. But why? What can I do about it so that doesn't happen the next time? And I know it's a lot of work to do. Manage your emotion is not an easy thing, especially if that's something that we haven't, received as a lesson since we're children. We have to manage to do this by ourselves as an adult. And well, my last recommendation, if you feel like it's really difficult for you to master your emotion on your own, even though you feel like you're doing all of these activities that I mentioned before and you're not advancing, it's better just to go to a therapist. And it's not bad actually to have a help from somebody who's a professional, because that would allow you just to see things from other perspective, recognizing yourself what is it that you need to improve, and that will just allow you to improve as a person and have a better lifestyle. So the best thing, because there are many people that is looking out there just to have a change in their life, but the best thing to know is that we have the chance to do it by, changing ourselves, but we need to want this. And going to a therapist, or to therapy will allow you just to, move into that goal that you want to achieve, that is to become the best version of yourself. So if you like the video, but the most important part, it was really useful for you, I would like you to subscribe to my channel, to give me a thumb up, to share the video, and as I always say, I do this with all my love, and see you the next time. Bye bye.